Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is Bare Bones Beauty Basics, the primer episode. And I'm not talking every single primer today. I'm just going to give you the primers that you put all over your face. The reason being that eyeshadow primer is something else. There's a lot of different things to it, so I'm not even going to go there. Now, there are different primers for your face. There are ones like these, and then you have something like this, which can be a tinted primer, and some come in tubes like this, and some come like in a pump bottle like this. So, as you can see, this is my own NYC one. Now, if you have large pores, you're going to want to use a pore filler, because if you don't, your foundation is going to enhance those pores. They're going to make it look larger than what they actually are. So you're definitely going to want to get a pore filler for that, or a primer that says it will do that. Now, what is a primer? A primer is basically the prep for your makeup. It basically helps your makeup hold. It helps it stay on. It helps it to last longer. And it helps it really do its job that it's supposed to. Now, how do you apply your primer? Good question. There's several ways you can apply your primer. And I know this is what you guys are all dying to know, so I'm just telling you ahead of time, yes. But then we're going to get into color correcting primers, so you might want to stay tuned for that as well. Okay? Okay? Okay. Alright. Basically, a primer, you just take it, squeeze it out on your hand. This is the way some people do it. Now, it can look white, like this. It will go clear. As it dries, it will set clear. Now, you can use a sponge to do it, or you can use brushes to apply your primer. Now, how would you use these things to apply your primer? Very simple. Sponge, just take it, dab it into your primer like this, and then sponge it on. Works pretty well. Some people don't like it. They think it takes too long, it's annoying, yet they don't want to deal with the sponge. Okay, you can take this type of a brush. This is a flat paddle brush. It is also known as a foundation brush. You can see how flat this front part of it is. It is flat. It's pretty flat, and it is rounded at the end. You just take the brush, dip it in, brush it on, just using downward strokes. Why downward strokes? Well, if you're going like this, the hair on your face is going to get raised up, and it's not going to look pretty. You can also take this type of a brush. This is a duo fiber brush, flat top brush. Now, there are other types of brushes similar to this. Any foundation brush you can do this with. Any stipple brush you can do this with. You're going to dab that in, and then you're going to circular motion, buff that into your skin. Let me show you here. Circular motions. Circular motions. Now, always end this on a downward stroke, meaning don't come up and end it. No, end it when you're coming down. Okay? Remember, come off the face at the shoulder, or towards your shoulder. Always help you out. There's another way. Faster, easier, and one that probably most people, I want to say, use. So fast, so simple, so easy. I'm going to take my glasses off to demonstrate this one for you. Take your primer, Put it on your finger. Dab it between your two fingers. And then just smear it all over your face. Be sure to get full coverage. And really just work that in. A lot of people like this because it's fast and it's easy. Make sure your hands are clean first. Most people don't like it because they think it's some people don't like it because they think it's unhygienic, so they will use a brush or a sponge. Some people will think they can have better control and application with the sponge. Now, you're going to want to wait a few minutes to give your primer time to dry. Why? That way it can set, it can do its job. If you put it on wet, if you take this while it has not dried yet, hasn't set yet, what's going to happen is when you put your foundation on, and there goes the house phone. Okay, so what's going to happen if you don't give your primer time to dry and set on your face, which it doesn't take long, it takes like maybe 30 seconds to a minute or so. What's going to happen is when you go to put the foundation on over wet primer, it is going to cause your primer to shift, which means your foundation isn't going to apply correctly. So go have a cup of coffee, brush your teeth, something. Brush your hair, something. Do something else while you're giving that primer time to set. Okay? Now that it's set, it's fine. You can feel a difference with the primer on your skin. Your skin should feel smoother, should feel like it's a lot better. Some fine lines will probably, you run your finger over them, you won't be able to feel them. That's the job of a primer. If you have a pore filler that you're using, you're going to want to just pat that on in here or in here, wherever you have your large pores. Fills those pores, and it won't show as bad when you have your foundation and your other makeup on. Now let's color correcting primers. Pretty simple. If you have a lot of red in your face, you're going to use what's called a color correcting primer. And same thing if you have like a lot of blues or whatever. Basically what that does is that takes away all that discoloration in your face, so that way it'll match your foundation and your makeup can match the rest of your body a lot better. Now, is that ideal? No, but you know, sometimes you just can't help it. It's genetics. And if you have like yellow, you can get primers to help boost that. Different things. I will go more into color correction with concealers, which will probably be my next video. Just that way you guys can get it and you can understand it and you can start working with it. Trying to understand what it's all about. But you have to be careful. If you do not have a lot of red or discoloration in your skin and you use a color correcting primer, it'll change the color on your foundation. I found that out the hard way. I used one that was supposed to be brightening. It was a very, very salmon color. And, yeah, it made my foundation turn very, very pink. And you could just definitely tell I was wearing makeup. It was not pretty at all. So, yeah. Definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, I will definitely go into color correction more with concealer, so you guys have a better understanding of that. There are primers, if you want a matte finish, there are primers out there that will give you that. If you want a dewy finish, there's primers out there made for that. There are silicone-based primers, which some people like, some people don't. It's your choice. It can be a little bit more of a slick product, so it's up to you. Really, finding a primer that you like is going to be trial and error, hit and miss. There's just no other way. If you have dry skin, look for a hydrating primer. I know e.l.f. happens to have just started making one. If you have oily skin, I don't know. I've had good luck with the ones I use, and I have I have combination skin. I can get oily up in here, but the rest of my face is pretty good. So, yeah, you are just gonna have to try it hit and miss. Um, it's unfortunate, but that's actually the way it goes. With a lot of makeup, it's hit and miss, whether you like this mascara, that mascara, this finish in lipstick, that finish in lipstick, that kind of thing. So yeah, this will definitely be one of those hit and miss. There's primers that will illuminate. Like this one, it has a little bit of glitter in it. It's called Radiant Glow. It adds a glow to your face. It's just a tiny bit. I don't know if that'll pick it up, but it's just like this goldish color, which is pretty nice. And when you put it on, you'll see it has like this golden shimmer. Yeah, come on, go up, right. See if I can get the camera to pick that up. You can kind of see it right in there. It has this golden shimmer to it that helps to create this glow in your face, glow from within, which is really nice. I got this at e.l.f. It's only like $6. It's a fairly good sized amount of product. I have to play with it a little bit. I have not really used it yet, so we will see what happens. If you want a review on this, or let me know, because I have not used this yet and I'm tempted. Or if you want a review on any of the primers that I'm using, let me know. It'll be I have no issue doing that for you guys. So that is the basics of primer. Basically, it's just meant to smooth out your skin, help fill in pores, help a little tiny bit with color correction if you need it, and help your makeup last longer. You can put it on with a sponge, a brush, or your fingers. Just make sure your fingers are clean first. Alright guys, that is it for this time with Bare Bones Beauty Basics. I will see you guys again, and this time I will stick with what I'm saying. I will do concealers next, that way you guys can understand color correction and how it might benefit you. Alright? Thanks. Bye guys.